Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. This is going to be a ranked game against Papa Bear 20. This is a player with 474 elo. He's got about 5,000 games, slightly positive win ratio. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the setup that I usually will go ahead and use against this type of player, which is this 500 and below setup. I like to use different setups. I'll try to mix them up. I can't remember if I've played this guy before, so I went ahead and went with this one. But I'll kind of mix them up, but they usually have the same gist. You're going to have General Spy on one side, Marshal on another side. Everything's going to be in the first two rows, really, and pretty easily accessible. But at the same time, trying with the goal of keeping information down, as you can see with the captains here, and the major in the center. These setups aren't meant to be anything flashy or anything showy. The purpose is just to let my superior experience and superior strength as a player to be able to overpower these types of players over the course of the game. So hopefully it goes according to plan, and hopefully we can come away with a win here. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and wake up and move. So he's advanced twice in the center, and it looks like we finally got him engaged here. So I'm going to come out with those captains. Let's go ahead and just scout this just for the fun of it. It's going to be his scout. That's probably what I figured. He seems like he might be trying to scout here in the center. I'm going to go ahead and advance on this side. I already get the impression that he might be blitzing in the center or something of that nature. So we'll go ahead and wait and see. Okay, so bomb already there kind of clues me in that there might not be much of power on this side. So the spy might not be very well placed in this game. But let me go ahead and check this piece. I doubt it's another bomb, but if it is, then that's, something good to discover. So we'll go ahead and scout that. It's a sergeant, not a bomb. But either way, I feel like this is probably his weak side. And I also feel like my spy could be doing better elsewhere, not on this side. But we'll have to wait and see. I'll probably bring this scout out and just put it behind here. I'll go ahead and hit this with my captain. Usually sergeants are going to be backed by captains, so I'll dare him to hit it with, say, major or higher, and then I might chase that piece back. Alright, so he's going to have a major there. That's respectable. I'm going to go ahead and chase him with my colonel, see what he does. I'm going to go one more, and then I'll scout this piece. See what we got there. That is a lieutenant. Okay. That is a good discovery, I would say. See, there's two things I could do. I could hit it with a captain, which is what I'm about to do. I could also hit it with my colonel, but I don't know if I like... Okay, so he's going to just hit me anyway. That's fine. Go ahead and take that captain. He may have like another major or maybe a colonel backing it. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit the side. Sergeant, alright. And then I'll go ahead and have to get my colonel out of here because this piece from the center, which might possibly be the... general is about to chase me. But let me go ahead and hit this. I feel like that could be a bomb, but perhaps that isn't. It is a bomb, okay. I guess I could have maybe taken the info there, but that's probably a major anyway. And in all that excitement, I kind of forgot to track his major over here, but I think it was this piece. I'm going to hit that. Okay, yeah, that's what I don't think he knew my captain, so I felt okay hitting that. But I am down 2 captains, up these 3. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. Alright, very good. Another piece that I'm going to go ahead and go up there. Good enough. So this is likely his major. I'd like to find out what this is. Oh, why did I leave that there? That's just a really bad play. Okay, whatever. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that out of here. Okay. Let me come up with this scout and just see if I can maybe get him to do something here. See, him not taking that makes me think either he's reluctant to take it, maybe it's like a marshal or something, or it was actually a bluff. I expect him to move this piece up when I move my scout here. Interesting, we'll scout that, and it's the marshal. Very good piece of info there. Very good, okay. I'm going to go ahead and just move that scout over. Okay, I'll take that. Alright, we'll trade, very good. My known colonel and his unknown, and we'll trade that off. Let's see what we can get here. I know this is, or I'm pretty sure this is his major. Alright, he's going to give me that piece. It's going to be nothing much. Okay, that's alright. Not too worried about that, but we'll go ahead and advance there. That's his major. And these three have all moved. Alright. So let's bring this scout around. He's likely going to try to trade off generals here, yeah. So I'll go ahead and hit this. Any piece is I'm totally good with gaining. I do want to keep my majors on the board, but any piece here, which this is probably his colonel. Okay. That's probably the colonel then. It's got to be here somewhere. Interesting. Now this piece moved. Otherwise he wouldn't have been able to shuffle his general around. And I'm going to go ahead and net the spy there. That's good. Okay, that telegraphs to me that that is absolutely 100% the colonel. So I'm going to be a little bit annoying, and we're going to play a little game of shuffle, because I'm not going to trade with you yet. So we're just going to have fun over here, because I just want to kind of make him flustered. Maybe draw his marshal over here, just make him overall uncomfortable, I would say. So yeah, I'll go ahead and force him to get his marshal over here if he really wants to trade with me. This is the known major. And he's going to waste pieces. This is normally how these games are going to go. I'm able to basically waste, get them to waste pieces. They're going to waste a lot of these slower pieces. And in the end, them being up this piece, these two pieces here even, doesn't really matter because it's going to end up that I'm going to have such a lead in smaller pieces. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do that and see what he does. Alright, okay, that's fine. It's going to get his marshal on a bit more of a detour there. Let's come up with this major. I wouldn't be surprised if he blindly traded this, but even if he does, that's not anything bad at all. Considering, okay, I'll go ahead and take this piece. And it's a free captain. Well, look at that. I'm only down one captain now. How about that? And that is why losing your spy and being down all these pieces and not knowing where mine are is not a good thing, but now I am totally good trading off here. Being down only one captain is nearly a sure win by now. Let's go ahead and advance with this piece here. And then I'm going to want to come out with my major. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not sure what that is. It could be a nothing piece. It's probably a nothing piece. We'll see. Yeah, it's just a scout. All right. Let's come up with a sergeant next. He might believe this is a good piece based on its location. That is not a good piece because I took the sergeant with my captain, and he did not take me there. So that is not a good piece. Let that be known. Let's come around with the sergeant, maybe over here. Actually, I'll come up with this sergeant. Let's see. Okay, so we know 2 bombs, of course. Let's come up with this sergeant. Alright, I'll come up with this one as well. I can totally waste, a sergeant or 2, maybe even discovering bombs over here, trying to fish out miners. I'll probably hit this with my sergeant if he gives me the chance, just kind of lock this place up or maybe get a miner before dying. I'm going to leave that there. If he wants to hit me with lieutenant or something like that, go ahead. I'm not worried about that. But it looks like he doesn't. So I'll go ahead and hit this, see if it's a bomb. Nope, scout. Alright, anything I get with this sergeant before blowing up is beneficial. Excellent. All the better. And there we go, so bomb. So no more pieces will come from this side, except perhaps if it's this one. Let's come along with maybe a scout here. I'm going to leave that there. Let's go and run away perhaps over here. I'll go ahead and challenge him with my scout. See, if this was actually a good piece by me, that's a major blunder by him because I get this for free. But since this is a bluff and I can't do that, I have to pretend like this is still a good piece and not just move over and not take it. So we'll go ahead and play 3 square shuffle over here. Hopefully that's not a scout. Hopefully he doesn't scout my spy. That would be unfortunate. Okay. It's probably a miner then, I would assume, perhaps. But let's go ahead and threaten him there and see what he does. Interesting. Alright. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to, maybe hide out here. That's very interesting. Okay. This is not a good piece since he's just letting me have it. It's probably a scout or something of that nature. But that is most likely a minor. Interesting. Okay, I'll go ahead and move down on that. Okay. Maybe it's a sergeant or something. We'll have to wait and see. Let's do that. Just force him to... Yeah, he's not going to call that. Alright, let's go ahead and just see what this piece ends up being. Minor. Okay, well, alright, so it was indeed a minor. It's actually his fourth minor. I'll go ahead and take that. My center's a little bit vulnerable to Lotto, but I highly doubt he's going to call this. And that's surely his last scout. It's got to be. That piece there, if he scouts it... No, okay, so I'm going to need to maybe be ready to scout this here. Okay, let's just do that. Alright, let's go ahead and get this lieutenant back. The only thing I don't know about are his captains. That's the one thing I'm a little bit worried about. So let's come up with this major. We'll go back over here just to lock down the lane, perhaps. Move over on that. Alright, let's go back here. So this is likely his scout, I think. Let's go ahead and move up on that. Again, we have his major here. So now he's shuffling. Alright. I'm okay with trading this, but he's going to have to work a little bit to trade it. He's going to need to bring his marshal over. I'm going to trade scouts here. Oh, that's not a scout. Okay. Alright, so he's going to make me waste my scout. Okay. That's respectable. Let's go ahead and move this sergeant in here then. Let's go ahead and trade that off. I'll go ahead and do that finally. Alright, so this is pretending to be my marshal. I'm also up 2 of them and up 4 minors. I'll go ahead and hit that. Lieutenant, so that's a bit annoying, but it's not a bomb, and I figured it wasn't a bomb. But at any rate, I think I've successfully bluffed this as being my marshal, so the lieutenant at least. Let's pretend like I'm going to trade that or something, see what he does. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring up with the captain. I hope that didn't make my spy obvious, but I guess we'll see soon, soon enough. Let's come along with our captain now. Hopefully we can maybe get something here or just force pressure on him. Alright, yeah, he's going to let me in here. He could have moved the marshal over twice. That'd probably be better because it doesn't allow my marshal to get in at all. Let's go move there. This is his lieutenant, I know. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to come over with this lieutenant. I suspect that it's likely going to be his captain or his scout over here, one of those two. Of course, I know sergeant and then lieutenant here. Now, I suspect this is probably a captain, and if it's not, then he's going to get some info for a piece of mine. And he's going to scout that. It is going to be the wrong piece, so I'm glad I didn't hit that with my marshal. But at any rate, my spy is now going to be my bluff marshal, I guess, for now. He'll probably believe that, because they just always do. Okay, let's come away with that sergeant. He might lotto that minor. No? Okay, not yet. Alright, that is a bit unfortunate. Not the best lotto. It's probably going to get my sergeant now, yeah. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay. It's alright because I'm still up 5 pieces to his 1 captain, but that's just a bit of a minor setback, I would say. I'm going to go ahead and bluff this now as my marshal because, you know, I'm running out of pieces. He's probably got to believe it eventually. Alright, so let's get this spy back. Of course, we know that is his lieutenant there, excuse me. Now this is my known lieutenant, so I would love to go up there and trade this, but we know those are 3 bombs there, which is good. So that's his marshal, captain, sergeant here, lieutenant, marshal. Looks like he might try to shuffle and make me forget, but marshal, captain, sergeant, lieutenant. Marshal, captain, sergeant, lieutenant. This is the lieutenant here, marshal, captain, sergeant, and I will go ahead and trade this off. Good for me. There we go. So now we have marshal, captain, and sergeant. I'm going to come up with my lieutenant and just apply pressure here. And then I'll go ahead and move there. Pretend like this is my marshal. Interesting. Okay. Open flag. Okay. Let's come around on this side then. And then I'll come back with this captain. Interesting. So this is his captain. Looks like he's about to let me have it, perhaps. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that. I'm not sure what the plan was there. I mean, he's lost the game now. And yeah, that'll be the end of it. So he's being quite aggressive with his captains, and it did get him some stuff down here, but it looks like he was going to try to call anything that I threw at him. And obviously when I have a marshal that's left, that's not going to work. Eventually you're actually going to run into my real marshal. But that will surely be the end of the game. He can do whatever he wants on that side. I'm not really worried about that. I mean, one of these pieces, unless he wants to do 3 square here, okay, he's not going to. One of these pieces will either trade or it will die. So likely this one. Yep, that one. Sergeant. Alright, good enough. Not sure what this is. Doesn't really matter. Of course, unless it's a... well, actually, it doesn't matter either way, because he could lot all he wants and he won't accomplish anything. We'll have to wait and see. He can, let's come down and trade this. He's not going to do anything on that left side there. Okay, so this could be his captain over here then. But I'm going to go ahead and let him lotto, just, you know, because I'm that nice. Okay, so we've got a lieutenant, and we have a captain left, and we have to figure out which one is which. That's his last minor, by the way, down there, so no more for him. So let me think, where did his marshal come from? It was from over here. It got scouted over here from the center. It actually came from here. So I would be inclined to maybe checking this piece with my spy, just to see. Alright, what is that? And that's a bomb. Alright. I mean, I can kind of go up and win the game with a miner anytime I really want. Alright, let's go and bring this miner up then. Yeah, that's not going to work. He's going to try to block my miner. Yeah, alright, let's go ahead and catch him on his lotto here. He's going to probably go in the corner, I suppose. Alright, and the bomb works as well. And it'll be just his lieutenant against my pieces here, and that will definitely seal the game, yep. Alright, so pretty solid win. Just nothing special, nothing crazy. Just kind of methodically taking back the lead that I gave him, because I had the info and I was able to do that. Pretty good win to get me back on track, get me back up to higher ELO ratings, but good game, and see you guys in the next video.